11 van 10, hè?
Well, that's very, very reassuring what we've seen there. A high-speed drop, and now you can see from the little dot, there's the applause. Chris, you calling it? Said something. Family applauding, but you can see by the little dot that he's in controlled descent.
Well, there we have it, the Australian skydiver, Felix Baumgartner, has leapt from his balloon 24 miles above New Mexico as he tries to break the high altitude record and shatter the sound barrier. The Austrian Felix Baumgartner. I don't know about you, Jonathan, but my legs were twitching. The adrenaline kicked in a little bit there.
He went a lot faster than 700 miles an hour, didn't he? Very interesting also that just as the camera cut away to look at mission control, just before that, his body was tumbling quite a bit. It looks as though either he failed to get into this delta position, head down, arms back, which he's got now. Either he failed to get into that position as he went through the sound barrier, or maybe a little bit later he got some sort of disturbance and was knocked out of that position. But as we saw, he regrouped. And he got into this perfect form to make the rest of the journey. And, you know, we're at 3:20 now in terms of free fall. He's got another minute just falling to earth.
Because it is another minute, exactly a minute, we're being told, until the parachute opens. Because then it will be, what, 4.5 minutes of free fall? Yeah. And the noise, that was interesting, wasn't it? Because there was that minute of silence. And if you've watched any kind of sci-fi film that involves people chasing nasty things across other planets, there's that breathing inside the headset that you hear that. And no matter how much training you've done, no matter how much prep you've done, the adrenaline kicks in, the breathing goes to the top of your lungs, and he's thinking, oh my, I've done it.
You could hear him breathing faster, couldn't you? Absolutely. It was wonderful just to hear his voice. I think everybody sort of kind of held their breath when they saw him tumbling. I was certainly worried when I saw that, because I thought, okay, is he okay? Because that wasn't the idea. We've just had the parachute deployed. What about Peter?
Let's listen to what mission control said.
the winds out of the north, 5 to 10. Get a call.
Cheers of joy for mission control. As Felix now doing
I hear you. The winds here are out of the east at about 10 to 15.
So we're now at 6,000 feet.
This is mission control, Felix.
This would be one of those experiences where, at one level, in his memory, in his mind, it will take 3 nanoseconds, and yet he will have surely spend days, weeks, even months processing his achievement.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually opened the parachute a little bit earlier than I thought. No, not absolutely clear why that is, but he looks good. Look, his arms are up. He's got that chute in perfect control. It's got the red ends on it, which tell us that it's the main chute and not the reserve chute, which might be deployed automatically if you've got into trouble. So that tells people from afar off that he's in good shape. And he's getting himself ready to come into the ground. There'll be a couple of chase helicopters now that are going out after him, trying to recover him. The first person that will go up to him will be a representative of the United States Aeronautic Club. They are the representative of the international body that oversees all aeronautic records. And he has a chest pack on his front there, which has 4 GPS receivers that will have recorded all of the data that will underpin any claim that he makes to the International Aeronautic Federation. It's been recorded on a little microcard. That representative will take that card, take it back to mission control, run it through the computer, work out the actual numbers. But I think we know, Peter, certainly that he's broken the altitude record. It's a question of just how fast he got, I think, to understand whether or not he broke the speed of sound. Part of that is understanding also where the speed of sound is in the atmosphere, because it's at a different speed up there than it is down here. If you remember the land speed record for a car, it was up at about, 763 miles an hour, I think. Up there, it's about 700 miles an hour. So that's to do with the temperature and the air density and all the rest of it. But the FAI, which is the international body that oversees this sort of stuff, they will determine whether or not the records have been broken, and until they say so, until they endorse it, these are just unofficial marks. But he must be mighty pleased, I must say.
I'm not sure whether it's with respect to that camera shot from that helicopter that's following him, or more than 1 or 2 helicopters, but it certainly looks to me as if he knows exactly where he's going, and he's guiding into a launch pad. That's what it looks like.
He was told to look out for the town of Roswell when he got into a certain situation, and to bring himself as near back to where he started as possible. I'm not sure of the actual distance from Roswell Airport, but it'll probably be on the order of a few tens of kilometers, tens of miles, something like that. Look, it's very close. We're going to have touchdown just now. He's got a big smile on that face behind that visor, isn't there?
And there you can see by the approaching shot. There he goes. Down on his knees. What a shot.
Felix's location. Also, mission control shows the board has been cut from the capsule, and the capsule's on its descent.
So in there fast. He has the world's record now for the highest jump by far.
I guess that says something, Jonathan, about the human spirit, doesn't it? It's that part of mankind where you just want to... There's a part of your brain sometimes just says, yeah, go on, jump, keep on going. It's what took us to the moon. It's what wants to take us to the red planet, to Mars. Well, something you've covered on this channel many, many times. It's that desire just to push the envelope.
Oh, we live a cozy life now. A lot of us do, and we rely on people like Felix Baumgartner to wake us up every so often, don't we? Most of the records, a lot of the records, aeronautic records, they've all been set a long time. There's very little left to to go do. You know, everybody's done it. Whatever there is to do, most people have done it. But there's one or two places where you can still push the envelope, as they say.
How does he top this?
I don't think he can, actually, to be totally honest, and I don't think he's going to want to either. You know, he's a commercial helicopter pilot. He'll probably go back to flying helicopters, doing the odd base jump, but, you know, he's, what, 43? I'm 49. I think he deserves to put his feet up, doesn't he?
What were the main danger areas? I mean, seriously, you know, because some of those pictures, in the run-up to the actual jump, some of the pictures were on a delay because of obvious reasons, because if something had gone wrong, there were issues of sensitivity that we had to be aware of, but where might it not have worked?
Well, first of all, he's beyond what they call the Armstrong line, which is 63,000 feet. Now, above that level, any exposed bodily fluids will boil. It's as simple as that. The air pressure is so low, if you were to open your mouth, your saliva would boil, the water in your eyes would boil, your tissues would swell. You need a pressure suit above that level. So, and the integrity on that suit had to be maintained, you know, for half of the distance at which he fell. Otherwise, he would have been in severe problems. Not enough oxygen to breathe up there, simply not enough air, rapidly go into hypoxia, lack of oxygen. We know the human body needs oxygen to survive, so he had to carry his oxygen all the way down. The other big worry, I suppose, was what would happen to